Are we live? I think we're live on YouTube. From my understanding. Let me double check and see if we are live. And then I will begin the stream and begin discussing everything that we are talking about. So, welcome to Crypto Trends, where I bring you crypto content every day. Or not every day, every week. I will begin doing it every week and give you guys valuable information for cryptocurrency. We'll jump into the markets and take a look at it. You guys will give me your opinions. I will value your opinions, and then I will give you my opinions. What you do with my opinions is totally up to you. But that's what this is going to be about. We'll do a Q&A. I will try and go live at least once a week and then upload videos, tutorials, and information regarding cryptocurrency with this channel. So once again, welcome, and let's go ahead and start today's stream by looking at the cryptocurrency charts and seeing what we have to work with. So if we go in today, let's see. We have Bitcoin floating around 27,000, Ethereum 1,648, BNB, XRP, everything, USD, a whole lot of nothing is going on right now. So let's go into today's news. We're freestyling this today, okay? Going forward into the future, I'm gonna have a brief sheet of topics we're gonna discuss, but today's goal is really just to make sure that we have everything set up for the live stream. After this, I will review it, see if the camera is working, see if the quality is working. If it's working, great. If it's not working, no worries. Back to the drawing board. We'll get this thing fixed up and running. So let's see. Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried's dad thought his son wasn't paying him enough, so his mom got involved. Let's see what this is about. The alleged dispute over Joe Bankman's $200,000 FTX salary versus his desired $1 million points to an unusual family dynamic at the former cryptocurrency's Colossus. So Sam Bankman-Fried under heat, and I guess this is really the first topic that we'll bring up is the whole FTX craze, right? The FTX craze, it's crazy because Sam Bankman-Fried was this glorified guy in the beginning of time whenever FTX first came out, right? We saw this guy's billboards everywhere. If you lived in LA, Austin, Florida, Miami, any of those big cities, we saw, or I saw, anyone saw FTX everywhere, right? They were buying football stadium, or I think they were buying basketball stadiums. They were buying out some of the top celebrities. They were buying out some of the top athletes around the world, and then a few short years later, what happens? It all comes crashing down. Mainstream media comes out. What do they say? Cryptocurrency is bad. This is just another reason. All this stuff, all this drama, right? But they never really looked under the hood of FTX, right? They didn't really actually dig into it and kind of see what is going on. So if we think of something like a car, right? If your car's broken, what do? You open the hood. In the sense of Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, I don't believe, or whether they didn't want to open the hood or whether they knew what was under the hood and didn't. That's probably a topic for a whole nother video or day. But really, they didn't open this guy's case and see everything that was wrong with it. They kind of just put a blanket statement over cryptocurrency and said it was bad for fraud and for over leveraging and unregistered securities, and you name anything under the sun, and they were throwing it at. They said it was bad for the environment. All this stuff came out, right? And what do we have at the end of the day? FTX is kind of getting bailed out. They're really dropping charges now. Of course, he's still going to trial, but they're not really bringing up a whole lot, and they're trying to say, hey, well, maybe he's just some kid that messed up, and we need to see what's going on and fix it. Kind of take a deeper look. But I guarantee you, if these guys kept running, and from right now, what I've heard is that they're actually planning on trying to reopen it. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I did read an article saying that. So Let's see, is my camera okay? Maybe I need to move this camera if there we go. If that works. So let's move this over here. And guys, thank you for your patience for anyone that's in here, but really we're setting up this studio to create this channel and to create a motocross dirt bike channel, but you guys don't care about that. You care about cryptocurrency. So we will jump back into it. FTX, right? So it's crazy now because to this day we haven't heard a whole lot from FTX, and we'll see what they're going to end up doing about this whole thing. But let's go ahead and actually find out if they plan on reopening it. So let's see. And if you guys know, then I mean, feel free to tell me. But let's see. The bankruptcy administrators have proposed a plan that would be possible. So yeah, they're still looking at they're still looking at rebooting this thing after they got caught red-handed, sending money to foreign nations, in bed with politicians. These guys did it all, and they are still going to reopen. And what's interesting about this whole thing is, like, they're going after CZ and Binance, right? Like they're going after CZ and Binance, and they're trying to intertwine both of them. And yeah, sure, maybe they're rivals or whatnot. But for anyone who's been around cryptocurrency for any amount of time, you remember that back in the day, Sam Bankman-Fried and who is it, CZ from Binance, they were pretty cool with each other. I mean, I don't want to say they were best friends, but I definitely remember a time when these guys were hanging out and they were pretty cool with each other. You could call it friendly competition, whatever you want to call it, right? But then all of a sudden, it turned into like this huge war. And I mean, as of right now, it seems that CZ had the funds and he didn't go under. Now, whether they're doing anything malicious or not, who knows, right? Time will tell. But as of right now, that's kind of where it stands, and it's crazy to think that CZ and Binance is still going at it. And I mean, there's a bunch of news with them too. So if matter of fact, let's go ahead and bring it up. Binance news. I remember there's like all this information coming out that is saying half of their staff is leaving. Their lawyers and their attorneys at law are leaving, and all this stuff. So let's go ahead and pull it up here and see if we can find it. Let's see. So Binance. It's just Binance FUD article. So let's see what CZ Binance has been up to. What he's tweeting here. So, CZ of Binance. Bitcoin is still here. Yeah. It looks like this may not be the, or this is him, but for some reason or another, his last tweet was from August 2nd, 2022. Definitely not correct. So, yeah, that's is that saying something? Maybe. But they're definitely under hot water right now. But what does all this mean, right? What does all this mean? Going back to the charts, and if we just go back to what we know, right? The good old charts, right? If we go back to what we know, which is the good old charts, let's go from a weekly view for everybody. And let's go ahead and make this a little simpler for everyone to see. And if we just keep it real simple, okay? This is Bitcoin starting from December 1st, 2014, going all the way to September 18th of 2023. And you see a trend, right? You see it going up. And I say all this why, okay? I'm not just saying go put all your money into this thing and go live off into the sunset. No, I'm not saying that. Is there going to be days where you are contemplating it? Absolutely. But this is why it is crucial to look into it for yourself, right? Just do some research, read an article. Don't take anything for face value. And honestly, that's a good rule in life, right? Like, really quick, like a good rule in life is don't take anything at face value, right? I mean, yeah, you want to believe people, and yeah, you want to understand what people are saying, but at the end of the day, you don't want to say if this guy from the news said Bitcoin's going to 100 million, I'm putting my retirement into it, and I'm gonna get a loan off of my house, and honey, we're gonna sell the car, and we're gonna get some Bitcoin, and we're gonna be riding off into the sunset of the sea in just 2 short years. No, I'm not saying that, and I don't think anyone should do that or make their investment based off of something like that. Nor do I think it for the other way. So if somebody on the news, right, says, "Hey, Bitcoin is going down to 10K," um, is it possible? Absolutely. Now, when you look at Bitcoin and what it is, right, it's ingenious what it is. So it's invented in 2013. It's been around for some time now, over a decade, and if people were to think about this in 2013, sure, they might have thought, hey, it's too risky, and maybe at that time it was risky because it didn't have anything that some technicals that use data from way back couldn't even get onto it. So, or excuse me, couldn't even extract the data and show you the indicator, right? So it was risky and it was seen like that. But now today, cryptocurrency is sitting at over $1 trillion in market cap, and Bitcoin has seen its days where it's gone up, and Bitcoin has seen its days where it's gone down. But I think one thing that a lot of people are finally coming to their senses with is that Bitcoin is here to stay. It's not here to go anywhere, and it actually does serve a purpose. I mean, people in Texas are mining Bitcoin. You got these huge miners, right, that have excess energy from their land or from their huge developments, and with that excess energy, anyone who's in the energy sector knows that you can't transport energy easily. So what they're doing is they're using their excess energy in the day to actually mine Bitcoin, and there's thousands of these articles up online. If you just go look them up, and just go Google oil miners or miners mining Bitcoin with excess energy, you're gonna find quite a bit of articles, and you're gonna kind of understand what it is and why it's so important for these people to have Bitcoin, right? And so that's just one use case. Another use case that we can dive into is the store value aspect, right? That's kind of like the first one that everybody's thought about, is this store value concept, right? Is that it's a uniquely made item, and it's mined from these rigs that are on computers, and so people are essentially making these Bitcoin, and there's only 21 million, so it's a capped supply. Capped supply meaning once all of them are mined, there will never be any more. So if supply and demand fluctuates, that's going to be the fluctuation in your price. There won't be any inflation or kind of any money printing or additional Bitcoin adding. In fact, another stat that I always like to bring up, or that I always think of in the back of my head, is like, you hear these stories of people that and it's unfortunate. I've had a friend that this happened to, but where people get a lot of money on Bitcoin, and they end up passing away, right? So when they pass away, if they didn't give their keys to somebody to recover them, that Bitcoin is lost forever. So not only is there 21 million Bitcoin that are stuck for God knows how long, or excuse me, there's not only is there only 21 million Bitcoin that are going to be mined, there's actually a good amount of those Bitcoin, and when I say good amount, maybe, I don't know, we can look this up on chain, but sub 5%, somewhere around there, which is still a good amount of supply, that is locked forever due to lost Bitcoin from the way back early days when people didn't think any relevance of it, and people just had some on their computer because they were doing something, and they were into the tech scene or whatever. So that's another thing that's to keep in mind, is that the limited supply, and that there's only going to be 21 million going into it. And then not only that, but Bitcoin itself had created so much steam and so much headway that it generated a whole market itself. So now we have not only the Nasdaq and the S&P, but we now have cryptocurrency market. You have Bitcoin, and then you have the king alt, Ethereum, and then from there, you go into the altcoin forest, right? So that's where it goes deeper, and that's a good point for me to leave it off on this video. Today's video was really just a test to make sure everything ran. So if anyone sees this video, thank you for watching. Just give it a like, subscribe, and later on we're going to be coming out with more content about cryptocurrencies, about altcoins, and kind of digging deeper into everything that we talked about. But my job is now done. I will go review this stream, make sure everything is working. If it's not, we'll fix it. We'll fix the sound. We'll fix the camera. And then we'll get this channel up and running. So with that being said, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And be back for more crypto content. Bada bing, bada boom.